From Los Angeles to a worldwide audience, this is Boaz Power TV, where we take your life to the next level. Now, internationally known speaker and author, here's Boaz.
Hi, welcome to the Power Show. You are part of the Power Nation, and I'm so glad that you're here. Because here we help you improve your attitude, your relationships, your finances, and your career. This is episode number 226 on Boaz Power TV, and I call this one Quality Control, Harley Style. After conducting a seminar 3 or 4 years ago for a group of CEOs in Kansas City, I had some time that afternoon before my flight back to the West Coast. I used that time to tour the Harley-Davidson motorcycle assembly plant that's located close to the Kansas City airport. Now, even though I've only ridden a Harley twice in my life and admit to being scared to take one out on the road, I am a very big fan of that motorcycle. I don't know why, I just am. As I've told many of my audiences, being Jewish, I probably should not admit to you that I've actually ridden a hog. But there is something so exciting and exhilarating about a Harley. The first one I rode a number of years ago was a brand new, full-sized, candy apple red Harley. I rode in a private gated neighborhood in Indiana and didn't have the guts to put it up past second gear. The second one I experienced, also in Indiana, was a new silver V-Rod. Oh my gosh, like a rocket. The V-Rod is unique in the fact that it was a brand new design at that time from the ground up and had many unique innovations. I rode that one in a secluded industrial area and actually had the courage to get it up to third gear. Oh my, if you haven't seen one, the V-Rod is a motorcycle that looks like it's speeding even without moving. It was in 1903 that William S. Harley and Arthur Davidson produced the first production Harley-Davidson motorcycle in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. That's where it was born. Harley had previously, at the age of 21, completed a drawing of an engine that he designed to fit into a bicycle. That was the original concept. You got a bicycle, put a motor on it, and make it move even better. The company, through ups and downs, has survived through the years and has become a legendary worldwide motorcycle manufacturer. When I spoke in Milwaukee a few years ago, I toured the Harley-Davidson powertrain operations facility there. I was amazed with the dedication and professionalism that was evident everywhere in that plant. One portion of the plant exhibited a special commitment to customer service. There, in a larger portion of the building, were workers making new, old parts. Yeah, you heard what I said. New, old parts. If a customer needed to replace a part on their Harley, even if it was 50 years old, they could make a new version of that old part in the Milwaukee facility. I found this aspect of the tour to be especially fascinating. How many companies do you know that do that? It was at the powertrain facility in Milwaukee that I saw the engines for the V-Rod being assembled. When I asked to see the final assembly line of the V-Rod, I was told that the engines are sent to their Kansas City facility, where that motorcycle is actually assembled. Thus, when I found myself a few years ago in Kansas City, you can guess what I wanted to do in my spare time, of course. Once on the plant tour in Kansas City for Harley-Davidson, I once again noticed an incredible level of dedication on the part of the workers. The tour guide made it clear that everyone there feels that they are building much more than motorcycles. They are building legends and creating history. This was a 358,000 square foot facility that was built in 1998 to increase production of Harley-Davidson motorcycles. The Harley is not simply an American phenomenon. Motorcycles assembled in the Kansas City plant are also shipped to many foreign countries. More than 900 employees work at the Kansas City facility. As evidenced by the parking lot, many of them ride what they manufacture. On the plant tour, I got a chance to observe many different operations in the assembly process of the Harley. the V-Rod. There was everything from welding, laser cutting, and frame building to polishing and wheel assembly. The tour included stops to see fenders and gas tanks being formed, newly painted frames, and sophisticated robotic welding technology. At one point, we passed a room that contained several new motorcycles and 2 men dressed in black leather outfits. That is the most prestigious job in the plant, the tour guide said. Those 2 men, through seniority, have earned the job of being a full-time rider. They go to the end of the assembly line, pick out a particular motorcycle, and test drive it for 26 miles. Then they spend a lot of time writing a report on that bike and pointing out any imperfections. He related that some of the imperfections, such as slight paint blemishes, are not even noticeable to the average person. However, at Harley, there is so much pride that every detail is important. Once the test drivers have completed their report, the bike they tested with little stickers on it for imperfections, the little yellow Post-it notes, the bike is then displayed for a day or 2 in the plant cafeteria. Thus, every worker can take a look and see if something they did needs to be improved. How would you like to be a manufacturing person and you see a little imperfection on a bike in the cafeteria on the part that you made? Wouldn't you think you might want to do better next time? I would. Well, what if we conducted our lives that way? What if we pretended that everything we did was eventually checked by a hypothetical quality control person? Would we go the extra mile to make our best effort in everything we did? Would we be kinder to others? Would we pay more attention to our most important relationships? Would we show greater pride in our work? Well, the Harley folks in Kansas City obviously want to do their very best every day. They don't want to see a lack of quality to be displayed in the cafeteria. Why don't we all upgrade our menu when it comes to the quality in our lives? So the affirmation for this episode of Boaz Power TV is a quality affirmation. You may want to write it down and read it the first thing every morning, the last thing every night for at least 21 days and watch what good it'll do in your life. Here's the quality affirmation. I make sure that everything I do has high quality written all over it. I make sure that everything I do has high quality written all over it. And speaking of quality in everybody's lives, I want to make sure that you feel good about your finances. So here at the Boaz Power Show, we suggest 4 simple suggestions so you can be strong in your finances, have lots of quality, feel good about the way you are there. Lower your expenses. That's what I did a few years ago when I wanted to get my life back on track financially. I lowered my expenses for a while. I paid in cash. Stop charging. Come on, I've done it. It's a road to nowhere. Pay in cash. Pay off your debts. There's a lot of power in being debt-free. Start with the smallest one first. I want you to be debt-free and feel the strength of that. And then save some money. Save some cash. Cash is king. You are special. You are unique. You are destined for greatness, and I believe you strive for quality in your life, don't you? I see it in you. You are a champion. Have a powerful day.
This has been Boaz Power TV. To comment, see other episodes, or to subscribe to this free broadcast, go to our blog at boazpower.com. That's boazpower.com. We're here to take your life to the next level.